Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I hope I'm in the shot, and because I'm back in my room now today doing bits, been making messes. Well, according to me, I'm not making messes, I'm fixing things, okay? Now, I decided that having my stamps in these big folders where I put them, in these pockets, it's just too hard for me to handle, okay, to lift and to handle. Now this might not be for everybody what I'm doing, but this is what I decided to do with my clear stamps, okay? They're all here because I pulled them all out of the folders because I had 3 folders with them in. So the other day when I was up the street and I was at Vinnie's, I found these ones for $1 a packet, so these must have been some that somebody didn't want, and that's really cool, isn't it? It's got can't really see that, can you? There's a little dog on it and nice little pictures of dogs and things, and that was cost me $1, and this one here was $1 too, see? And when I got those, sitting next to them was these folders, like, did you put photos in? And I bought, this one's a thicker one, but I bought 5 of them for 50 cents. I haven't even finished scratching that off there yet. Now, I've only just started working on this one, but I've been putting them in here for me. This is a lot easier for me. I've been putting them in. Now, the one that I've filled up so far, that's got all my people stamps in it, got to be so big, you know, it's like this. Now, people probably think, well, that's awkward and useless, but to me it isn't, because I can just take that off there. I'm not doing too much more with it. I won't cover it yet because I want to wait and see, but if I just do this, I'm happy to see every little, like, stamp that I've got, you know, in that, with people and faces and things like that. Now, people put them in boxes, you know. I could take all those pages out and I could sit this in a box, couldn't I? And I could stand them all up, and then I'd have to flick through from the top down and look and find what I needed. But I don't want to do that, because I can just put these in here, and if I decide that I want to go out in the lounge room and, you know, just take a people stamp or some these things, so I can just take this bit and it's all there together. I don't have to be fussing around with a bit bigger thing. I'm actually going to put them into a container of some sort, whether I have them lying down like that. These ones are filled in from the top. These ones here with the flowers and trees and leaves and things, they're all filled in from the side here. Okay, so other than that little piece there, because I've got that on a block, that stamp, so I know that that's on the block, but I've got a lot others in the blocks and things, and I've still got all my words and frames like that to go yet, so I need to buy more books, because I want to have them like in different, these are flowers, leaf, grass, and at the back I put edge pieces, you know, where you can stamp on your edges. So in here it's got leaves, flowers, stems, and bits that I've, you know, used and cut off. So I thought, well, they're going to be really good, because then I can just go in there and I can find what I could have did that with the bigger books, but the categories, I would have had to have a lot more bigger books, if you understand what I mean, if I was only putting a certain category in each one, because I like to say I want to find some things to do with gardening. Well, I'm just going to have to go into that, aren't I? Well, hopefully. So that'll still hold a few more. It'll make it a little bit thicker, but I don't think it'll be as thick as this one, because this one's got these really thick stamps in it, like the Julie Nutting ones. It's in there. It's, you know, really thick, that little dress one. These ones here, they're those red ones, they're called something red. That's a really thick one. It's only going to be, this one here is the only one that's going to be really thick, I think, because of the thickness of the stamps. There's called the deep red. I hope I've got the shot here. I hope you can see what I'm doing. See, and that's really thick. and that's why this one is so thick. But if you buy these little photo holders and you put just categories in each one, then I think, to my way of thinking anyway, you know, you've got it more under control. I want to be in control. And then this one here, I've got birds and butterflies and that in it, and that fills in from the top too, and bird cages, because, you know, over the time you do cut your stamps apart. You don't leave them in one big thing. Some people do, some people don't. You know, I've still got a lot that's still in that sort of plastic piece. But you know what, when you're doing something and you want something in a hurry and you don't want to be fiddling around it, you tend not to do it. You just think, oh no, I won't worry about putting that on there. Couldn't be bothered. You've got to go and cut that off. I mean, it doesn't matter. I just want to do when I'm getting old or something. You know, but you know, if I want a nice butterfly, it's only going to take me a little while, because it's only in a little confined space there in that book, and it won't take me long to find my butterfly. If I had them all stacked up, it would. Anyway, so that's what the theory is I'm going with. Now these ones here, like, they're only really thin. I mean, people probably just use these to put a few photos in. I've got photo albums, but they're not like this. They're great big things that we've got our photos in, because that's what people call all these sort of things. But that cost me $1. I'll definitely be covering that over. But I'm going to put all my stamps with sayings and things on them, you know, all that sort of thing in there, because there's a lot of them, and that'll still only be a little bit thicker than what it is. I'd say it won't go too much bigger. I've got some signatures in there. Look at that. I could say that. I won't take that out, but I could, couldn't I? I could take each signature out of there if I wanted to. Just depends how much of it fills up. But if you can go and get that for $1, I reckon that's a good idea. Only thing wrong with this idea was I've got some Julie Nutting dolls, and everybody knows the doll stamps, and everybody knows that they are really tall, okay? And I don't know yet what I'm going to do with these ones, okay? I could probably find something similar. I've got a little butterfly, something there. Bug. I could probably find something similar to that if it was taller. I don't know. The idea will come to me. I mean, this one's in a bag, stuck to the piece of paper, and then in that folder. But anyway, that was just an idea that I, you know, thought I'd come up with. I've only got, well, probably 4, 6. So I've only got 6 of them, because the other one's only tiny. The other one's only a short one, and she's in this one here. She's only a short one, and I don't want to buy any more, so I'm only going to have to make a small place to put those in, because I don't think I want to buy any more of them big dolls. I've done some of them, but then I don't want to get rid of them either, because you know what, you'll lose them down the track somewhere, okay? So I'm going to sit here, or maybe I'll come back in after lunch and put all these in. And if people think this is tell me what your idea is. Comment. I'd love to read your comments, because I do that, and I just can't respond to everybody's, because it just takes me so long. I get so behind with everything that I'm doing, and I'm sorry about that. I'm having a go. Still got lots of things in life, in the world, that you have to keep on with, don't you? So this is, I think it's a good idea. I'm going to get a box or something. I could lay them down in it, you know, each whatever, and then I'm going to sit it close by, and all I've got to do is just get that down. And if I want to do a bit of stamping with people, I might want to get 2 or 3 of them out, but that's okay, because then I can just put them back in there. I will, I promise. Okay, anyway, so thank you everybody for watching, and I'll come back in a second, because I've got a little envelope to open. Okay, bye-bye.